Welcome back. The promise of generative AI is shaking up the technology world and the markets. Industry giants set to invest an estimated $1 trillion into artificial intelligence over the coming years. One company at the forefront of it all is Delphi, with the launch of their groundbreaking AI clones. The company offering users the ability to create digital versions of themselves, from company CEOs to YouTubers and celebrities, that can help manage the workload, from answering questions to sitting in on Zoom calls via a clone. Joining me now is the co-founder of Delphi, Dara Lajavardyan, and making his first ever television appearance is Dara's AI clone. Dara, thank you for joining us. Dara's clone, thank you for joining us. Great to see you.
Great to see you too. Thank you for having me.
And I want to start by asking your clone a couple of questions, none of which have been sent to you in advance or your company before now. To Dara's clones, let me ask you what you believe the purpose or the uses of having a clone really is for.
The purpose of having a clone is to scale your unique way of thinking and interacting. It allows you to share your knowledge, experiences, and personality with others in a personalized way. This can be incredibly valuable for mentoring, teaching, or even just sharing your insights with a broader audience. What aspect of cloning interests you the most?
Well, what I really want to get to is, what are the disadvantages, and is this going to hurt me in any way? I mean, if I set up a clone of myself, for example, to help me at work, how will you be protecting my company's proprietary material?
Great question. We take security very seriously. Your company's proprietary material is protected through strict data privacy measures and encryption. Only authorized users can access your clone, and you have full control over what information it can share. This ensures your sensitive data remains secure while you benefit from the clone's capabilities. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, I'll ask the questions, and my next question is, how am I going to prevent someone else from creating a clone of myself? And how am I going to ensure that someone creating a clone of myself is not going to abuse it?
We manually verify every user who signs up to create a clone by requiring a photo of them holding their ID. This ensures only you can create your clone. Unauthorized use results in a permanent ban. What specific tasks at work are you thinking of using your clone for?
Well, let me ask you this. Let's say I have a clone of myself. How do I ensure that that clone is going to answer the questions that that clone is being asked as the way that I would want those questions answered? In other words, how well will that clone know me?
Your clone will know you well because it learns from the content you provide. You can upload blog, posts, videos, and other materials that reflect your knowledge and style. Plus, you can engage in interactive Q&A sessions to fine-tune its responses. What kind of content would you start with?
Well, I'm still researching this. Let me bring in the real Dara so that I could talk with you, Dara, and your thoughts on using a clone. Why would this be important, and why would I need this, Dara?
Thank you, Maria. And my clone, great job on the responses. What Delphi does is not only provide access to one-on-one learning that previously was not accessible. It allows people like you to reach more people in your authentic way. You already try to scale yourself by, writing. You've written a couple of books. You're on a couple of TV shows. You're scaling yourself. You're hiring team members and training them in your way of thinking. But it loses the one-on-one authenticity of you. And that's what we're really trying to maintain here with Delphi.
Well, thank you for mentioning my books, and one of my books, The 10 Laws of Enduring Success. Dara, I want to get your take on how much trust you put in this clone. In other words, are you sure that your clone is going to be answering questions and doing things the way you want them done?
So we have a strictness score. And for now, if you want it to be completely safe, you would put it on the highest strictness, and it will only say things that it's trained on. The negatives of that is usually when you ask for advice or when you ask someone a question, you're really asking for applied information. So maybe I'm saying, what would you do in my situation? And that would require capturing your reasoning and applying that to my new situation. That is kind of the end goal of the company, that the clone can also be verifiably predictive of what you might say in new situations.
Dara, and the real Dara, do you believe that in the coming years, most people will have their own clone, or most people will have a robot? I mean, are we going to a place where robots will be talking to robots, clones talking to clones, and eliminating humans?
So the goal of Delphi is not automation, but rather augmentation. I think that humans will always opt to learn from and converse with real humans because there are experiences behind those humans. I don't fully buy the AI therapist that's going to help you with everything in your life because it lacks humanity. There's no experiences behind that. And so what clones do is actually give humans the scale of AI. AI is never stopping. It's generating 24/7. The internet is supposed to be 96% AI by 2026. But when you have a clone, you can reach that scale as a human and make sure that your specific words are out there reaching people.
AI clone, are you expecting to take over the world? Do you expect most people will have clones and it will be a clone-dominated world?
I don't expect clones to take over the world, but I do think they'll become a big part of it.
I see. So the clone will outlive the human for sure.
Yes, your clone can outlive you. It preserves your knowledge and personality, allowing future generations to learn from and interact with you. Imagine your great-great-grandkids building a relationship with you. What legacy would you want to leave behind?
Okay, I notice you end every answer with a question, which is very interesting. I want to thank you, Dara Jwtv, and your AI clone. Great conversation. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria.
Okay.